The Quran, records, mysteries, and the stories behind the world's third best-selling book. Introduction. The Quran, Islam's holy book, holds an extraordinary place in global history and literature. Not only does it serve as the spiritual foundation for over 1.9 billion Muslims worldwide, but it also stands as one of the most widely read, memorized, and recited texts in human history. Often cited as the third best-selling book in the world after the Bible and the Quotations from Chairman Mao Tse-Tung. The Quran transcends mere religious scripture. Its influence spans centuries, cultures, and continents, embedding itself in the very fabric of human civilization. This essay delves into the myriad records the Quran holds, the fascinating stories, both positive and controversial, that surround it, and the intriguing mysteries that continue to baffle scholars and laypeople alike. From tales of miraculous preservation to modern-day disputes, from tales of inspiration to accusations of manipulation, the Quran's story is as layered and complex as the civilizations it has shaped. Chapter 1. The Unparalleled Records of the Quran. Third best-selling book of all time. The Quran has sold hundreds of millions of copies, trailing only the Bible and Mao's Red Book in the rankings of global bestsellers. Unlike many other religious texts, the Quran is often given freely, especially in Islamic countries and by missionary organizations, which may make its total distribution even higher than official sales figures indicate. Most memorized book on earth. One of the Quran's most astonishing records is its status as the most memorized book in the world. Millions of Muslims, from children to elders, have committed the entire text to memory, often without understanding the Arabic language. This phenomenon, known as hifz, has persisted for over 1.400 years and continues to grow. Oldest complete manuscripts. Archaeological discoveries have uncovered ancient Quranic manuscripts dating back to the 7th century. The Birmingham manuscript, for instance, is carbon dated to within a few decades of the Prophet Muhammad's life. The Sana'a manuscript, discovered in Yemen in 1972, contains palimpsests revealing earlier versions of the Quranic text, sparking scholarly debates about textual development. The linguistic challenge. The Quran has been considered an unparalleled work of Arabic literature. Its linguistic and poetic style is often cited as so unique and inimitable that it forms the basis of the Quran's challenge to mankind, to produce a chapter like it. This challenge is famously presented in Surah Al-Baqarah, 223. Global translation reach. Though traditionally believed to be untranslatable due to the divine nature of its language, the Quran has been translated into more than 100 languages. The English version by Abdullah Yusuf Ali remains one of the most widely circulated. Despite the theological controversy over translations, they have played a pivotal role in spreading Islam globally. Chapter 2. The Stories of Inspiration and Devotion. Transformational stories. Many Muslims recount life-changing moments after reading or hearing the Quran. Malcolm X famously discovered a sense of spiritual clarity during his pilgrimage to Mecca. Inspired largely by Quranic teachings, numerous individuals claim to have found solace, purpose, or even miraculous healing through its verses. Scientific miracles or coincidences? Muslim apologists often highlight so-called scientific miracles in the Quran, claiming that it describes embryology, the Big Bang, or oceanography centuries before modern science. While critics argue these interpretations are retrofitted, believers see them as evidence of divine origin. The Hafiz phenomenon. Every year, competitions are held around the world where children as young as 7 recite the entire Quran from memory. The effort to memorize 6.236 verses is monumental and reflects a unique cultural phenomenon that sets the Quran apart from other religious texts. Artistic and calligraphic expressions. The Quran has inspired some of the most intricate and beautiful examples of calligraphy in the world. Banned from representing God or prophets in images, Islamic art turned to calligraphy, making Quranic verses the centerpiece of artistic expression in mosques, palaces, and manuscripts. Chapter 3. The Controversies and Darker Chapters. Burnings and Bans. Throughout history, various rulers and regimes have banned or burned the Quran. From Soviet Russia to modern-day China, authorities have feared the Quran's power to inspire resistance. In 2023, Quran burning incidents in Sweden and Denmark sparked global protests and diplomatic crises. Accusations of plagiarism and borrowing. Some critics argue that the Quran borrows heavily from Jewish and Christian scriptures. Stories of Noah, Moses, and Jesus appear throughout its pages, while Muslims argue these similarities confirm the Quran's authenticity as a continuation of divine revelation. Skeptics view them as evidence of human authorship. The Sana'a manuscript controversy. The discovery of the Sana'a manuscript led to debates over textual variations in early Quranic texts. While traditional Islamic teachings emphasize a single, unaltered Quran, these manuscripts suggest a more complex process of compilation and editing, raising difficult questions for Orthodox believers. Quran and violence. Verses of the Quran are frequently cited in debates about terrorism and extremism. While mainstream Islamic scholars argue that such verses are context-specific and advocate for peace, critics claim they can be interpreted to justify violence. This tension has fueled global misunderstandings and political controversies. Chapter 4. Secrets, Mysteries, and Codes. The numeric miracle theories. Some Muslim scholars argue that the Quran contains a hidden numerical structure. The number 19, for instance, is said to underlie various aspects of the Quranic text. These theories, popularized by Rashid Khalifa, are controversial and not universally accepted but continue to intrigue believers. Untranslatable words and letters. The Quran begins several chapters with mysterious combinations of Arabic letters, like Alif, Lam, Mim, whose meanings remain unknown. These letters, known as muqatat, have inspired thousands of interpretations but no definitive explanation. Prophecies and predictions. Some verses are interpreted as containing predictions of future events, such as the defeat of the Romans, Surah Ar-Rum 30-2-4. Believers argue these fulfilled prophecies indicate divine origin, while critics point out their vague and poetic nature. The perfect preservation debate. Traditional Islamic belief holds that the Quran has been perfectly preserved since its revelation. Critics point to manuscript evidence and historical records suggesting variations. This has sparked intense academic and theological debates that continue to this day. Influence on secret societies? Conspiracy theorists have claimed that various secret societies, including the Freemasons, have taken inspiration from Quranic symbols or esoteric interpretations. Though these claims are largely speculative, they contribute to the mystique surrounding the text. Chapter 5. Global Influence and Cultural Impact. The Quran in Western Literature. Writers like Goethe and Thomas Carlyle expressed admiration for the Quran's language and depth. Goethe even attempted to write Islamic-inspired poetry, fascinated by the spiritual power of the text. Interfaith dialogues and misunderstandings. The Quran has both bridged and divided communities. While many interfaith initiatives use its teachings to promote understanding, others focus on verses they see as intolerant. The dual nature of its reception continues to shape global religious dialogue. The Quran in prisons. In the US and Europe, the Quran is one of the most requested books in prisons. Many inmates have converted to Islam after encountering the text, citing its messages of redemption and discipline. The digital Quran. Technology has revolutionized how the Quran is accessed. From apps that recite verses to AI-generated interpretations, the Quran is more available than ever. This digital transformation raises new questions about authenticity and interpretation. Conclusion. The everlasting enigma. The Quran is far more than a religious scripture. It is a living document, continually interpreted and reinterpreted, loved and feared, studied and scrutinized. It inspires acts of profound devotion and has been implicated in acts of violence. It has united communities and divided civilizations. Its mysteries remain unsolved, its impact undeniable. As the third best-selling book in human history, the Quran's story is still being written by believers, skeptics, and scholars alike. Whether viewed as divine revelation or historical artifact, its place in the pantheon of human literature is secure. And as long as humans seek answers to life's greatest questions, The Quran will remain a central part of that quest.